Hey everybody, welcome back. Today is a pork and rack cooking episode. I was fortunate enough to have been gifted some venison for Christmas. And some of that was ground meat, and I was thinking of different ways I could use this venison. And I was thinking, boy, that last episode when I had lob, that would really work well. And I mean, typically when you get venison or any type of ground meats, you're thinking things like chili or pasta sauce or tacos, right? But I was thinking, what are other recipes for ground meat that exist out there already? And lob. Thai lob, Isan-style. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put the link there. You can check it out. So what we're gonna do is try to make an authentic Thai lob using real American venison. If you're not familiar with venison, it is a very, very lean meat. And it has kind of a metallic, gamey, really, really rich, dark beef kind of flavor. It's because it's lean and it's wildly harvested meat, it tends to get a little bit dry and overcooked. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a trick with this to help keep it tender and moist, as well as a little richer. The first thing I'm going to do is just treat it really quickly here, only for about 15 minutes. So I'm going to take the venison. I'm also going to put a little bit of ground pork, and this is just a little bit of pork belly that I chopped up coarsely. I want to have some big chunks of fat in there because this deer meat, the venison, is so lean. We need something to mix in there just to give a little bit more juiciness. There's the pork and the venison. Just gonna combine that really lightly. I don't want to over mix the meat. We're gonna add now about a half teaspoon of the secret ingredient here. And this is not a Thai ingredient at all. This is my ingredient. I'm just messing with the recipe. Baking soda. I'll explain. So we're just gonna mix a little bit of baking soda in there. Baking soda is an alkaline ingredient. It raises the pH of the meat, and that accomplishes two things. It creates an unfavorable environment for cross-linking the muscles, so you get a tender, softer bite when you bite into the meat. The other thing that it will do at the higher pH level is it promotes browning via the Maillard reaction, which is, I won't go into too much detail. Meat, you know, proteins breaking down, they release a little bit of those sugars, they hit the pan, creates that nice brown, crispy coating. So 15 minutes is all it's going to require to help improve the meat a little bit. But meanwhile, what we have to do is toast our rice, because in the lob, one of the most important ingredients is ground toasted sticky rice powder. So we're going to make our own, and that's going to start right now. You can see it's nicely toasted. We got these little golden now grains of rice. And we're gonna pound that until a coarse powder. This is a very important ingredient to add flavor and texture to the dish. It has kind of a aroma like, you know, those really burnt popcorn kernels that you like to chew on at the bottom of the bag. That's what this is, that toasted, grainy kind of smell. And because it has all these little tiny, fine little bits of crunchy rice, it adds texture to the dish as well. So this is gonna be really important. Now we can continue making our dish. See you guys in a second. There we go. Oh, there's nice brown bits. All nicely browned and delicious looking. Oh yeah, all these little crispy brown bits. That's where the flavor is gonna be at. So we got our meat and we're ready to assemble our lob. First up is a little bit of fish sauce, about a tablespoon. Limes, about maybe 1, 2 maybe. Dried chili pepper to taste. You don't have to put too much, just enough. Fresh Thai bird chili. So I just want to put a little bit of that in there for the color. And also the fresher, fruitier notes of fresh chili versus the dried, smokier chili. Scallions that I've chopped up there. Shallots. We have a little bit of cilantro. There you go. Beautiful fresh cilantro. Culantro, which is these, it tastes kind of like cilantro. Almost has a little bit of a sweeter flavor. It has this kind of sawtooth pattern on the leaf. So that's how you would recognize it. A few mint leaves there. And finally, of course, the very important toasted rice here. Make sure you get that on the meat because that's going to rehydrate a little bit. So probably, I would say about a tablespoon. Not much more. Take a look at that. Here is our finished dish, our lob made with venison and a little bit of pork belly, just to give it a little bit more body. Lots of fresh herbs here, and on the side we have a little bit of sticky rice as well, and that's going to be the perfect accompaniment. A little bit of lime wedges just in case you want to add a little bit more acid to that. Those browned crispy bits, well, I just want to get one of those first. Look at that. Nice and crispy. I don't know if you can see. Got that venison nice and brown and crisp. Oh yeah. A lot of people say venison tastes a bit gamey. I really can't taste any of that off funky, bloody kind of metallic flavors that you often get with game meat. A lot of that goes to the quality of the butchery, so thank you to my friends that gave me this. They did a great job with it. But also, I think the lime really helps to, neutralize a lot of those off flavors. All right. Explosion of flavors. I mean, we've got that fish sauce, which gives you that bold, salty umami. That really does blend well with the game meat. Then you got that bracing brightness from the limes. And I got both the two kinds of chili peppers in here with the fresh and the dried. It gives you two different kinds of heat. The fresh chili is more fruity. It has that crunch, and then the moisture in that also creates more juice in your mouth. But then the dried chili brings that smokiness and the heat that kind of lingers. The texture also from all these crispy vegetables as well as that toasted rice powder. And that just kind of hangs there in the background. You get little bits of that toasty kind of flavor and little grains of that ground up rice powder. Gives you a little bit of a toothiness there. Between the cilantro and the mint, it does create that kind of herbal salad sensation where you're just crunching through all this vegetation. I like it with a little bit more of that acid. That lime just helps to bring everything back. It brings it right up. Get that bracing freshness, the fruitiness, as well as the acid. Ooh. Makes everything pop a little bit more. Even takes away a little bit of the heat from the chili. Wow, what a great way to use your ground meat when you're tired of spaghetti sauce and chili all the time. Make yourself some Thai lop. That's the conclusion of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and I will see you at the next one.